Top of the morning. My name's Owen Lucas and welcome to my channel, Astro-Harmonics. Let's address the obvious question first of all. How the hell can the planets affect us here on Earth? We have 5 senses, right, that everybody will immediately recognize, of course. Sight, smell, touch, taste and hearing. And these senses, or sensors, pick up information or data, which we process in our cranial OS system, aka the brain. But there are other data sources too, of course, or information frequencies, harmonies, that we are less well equipped to pick up, to read, to detect, right? There was an interesting quote from Nick Tesla, not connected with the cars, the modern day cars, but back in history, right? 120 years ago. And Tesla said, who was arguably the greatest scientist of all time, the day science begins to study non-physical phenomena, it will make more progress in 1 decade than in all the previous centuries of its existence. Tesla was an expert and a pioneer of the field of EMFs, electromagnetic frequencies. He invented radar as one example of many. He championed the concept that there is a lot more going on in thin air than most people give it credit for. And to keep this intro video fairly short, I don't want to go into too much detail about his research, his phenomenal research, especially as I want to get to the science behind planetary influences here on Earth. Let's start with the moon, because relatively speaking, it's quite close. Somehow, the moon is able to draw, to pull the colossal weight of the oceans back and forth twice daily. Incredible. But generally speaking, most people do credit the moon with this ability. We use a word called gravity, and the overall consensus is that it is a force that exists. Everybody believes that even though we can't detect it with our ears, our eyes, tongue, fingertips, or nasal cavity, the moon can perform phenomenal feats of strength here on Earth. Let's keep going. Further out again, you get to the sun, many millions of miles away. And similarly here in our local planetary environment, the sun is credited with turning night into day and winter into summer. Amazing. I'm reliably informed that the sun sends photonic electromagnetic frequencies to us that fizz with radiating energy, causing these incredible events to occur here on our home planet. I'm sure by now you're beginning to get an idea of where I'm heading with this. The obvious question in my mind is, what therefore are the other celestial orbs in the galactic neighborhood accountable for? And that question is the basis for this channel. Are the EMFs, the electromagnetic frequencies that are emitted from Mars, truly the source of assertive masculine motivations and drives here on Earth? Do the EMFs from Uranus actually give us lightning strikes of inspiration and feelings of going it alone? If these sorts of questions pique your interest, then I recommend that you spend a while here on this channel, perhaps even subscribe. See you soon.